The story begins, for television anyway, in August 1976. I'm the one in denims, the others were not wearing flares. One of the most reviewed and most reviled rock phenomenon of recent weeks. We got a few votes. Sex Pistols, you can hear them warming up in the background even now. Take it away.
After so long, girl, and with the way you look, I understand that you were not impressed. But I heard you let that little friend of mine take off your party dress. I'm not gonna get too sentimental like those other sticker valentines, 'cause I don't know if you were loving somebody. I only know it isn't mine. Allison, I know this world is killing you. Oh, Allison, my aim is true. Well, see, you got a husband now, your pretty fingers lying in the wedding cake. You used to hold him right in your hand. I bet he took all he could take. Sometimes I wish that I could stop you from talking when I hear the silly things that you say. I think somebody better put out the big light, 'cause I can't stand to see you this way. Allison, I know this world is killing you. Allison, my aim is true. My aim is true. My aim is true. My aim is true. My aim is true.
Don't drop at me. This one's a nice pop song called What Do I Get? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I get? I'm not in the make, I just need a break. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? I only get sleepless nights alone here in my half-empty bed. But if you think the 10 I'd ride, I wish that I only had to be instead. What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? Tricky guitar solo. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Oh, what do I get? Well, I'm gonna tell you now. What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Don't love me. What do I get? Don't sleep at night. What do I get? What do I get? Nothing at all, at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. I don't get you.
Ex-students, reformed hippies and lovers of drink, clapping and shouting for poetry. Strange, but so is John Cooper Clarke, holding down a day job in the tool room of Salford Tech. He also happens to be just about the brightest performing poet this side of Cassius Clay.
Thank you very much indeed.
How long have you been working here? Doing this?
3 years.
3 years.
No ambitions.
What do the rest of the people think about you being a poet?
Oh. All right. Well, not many of them know. What you do now, we've blown me cover.
Are you embarrassed about being a poet?
Not really, but I mean, people can get entirely the wrong impression, can't they? Poet, you know, it's a fella that skips around with a butterfly net, isn't it?
This one's called You'll Never See a Nipple in the Daily Express, which isn't far short of the truth when you come to think of it. I've seen letters that lust after immigrants' blood from people in Surrey, meaning nothing but good. I've seen fairy tales turned into facts concerning strikers' terrorist stats. I've seen how democracy is under duress, but I've never seen a nipple in the Daily Express. If freedom is threatened by those who are free, then by all means hang them from the Tyburn tree. The lynch mob mentality must have its voice. This newspaper is its natural choice. Margaret Thatcher looks stunning, yes, but why no nipples in the Daily Express? This paper is boring, mindless and mean. It's full of pornography, the kind that's clean. Where William Hickey meets Michael Caine, again and again and again and again. You'll hear all kinds of ugliness in hideous excess, but you'll never find a nipple in the Daily Express.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, kid.
One of the many strange things about John Cooper Clarke is that the new wave poet uses the old wave technique of rhyme.
Yeah, well, it's, if you clear up that end of things, you know, like you say it's...
What do you mean, clear up the end of it?
Well, you can get into all sorts of problems if you don't use rhyme. You know, you can be over-verbose, you can... all kinds of things. If you use rhyme, it concentrates the images, disciplines them, and makes them accessible.
But even without rhyme, he is eminently accessible, as in this prose intro to Cycle Sluts.
This next disc, hipsters, flicksters and finger-popping daddies, concerns those pouting prima donnas found within the swelling J. Arthur ranks of the sexational cycle sluts. Those nubile nihilists of the North Circular, hell's bitch-biking bells, those lean leatherette lovelies of the Leeds intersection, whose Cro-Magnon faces and crab nebula curves haunt the highways of the UK, whose credo of whip-crack justice captures the collective libido like a lariat's, delightfully disciplined. Dumb but deluxe, deliciously deranged.
Well, in 74-75, Iggy's third album, Raw Power, inspired many of our now new bands. He's still inspirational, as you'll hear in The Passenger, but first talks of his supporters.
You know, and they stuck with me when I was screwing up, when I was a jerk, you know, when I couldn't put out consistent product. I couldn't talk 3 words in a row without falling down. When I wasn't doing good shows, they stuck with me, and some personal friends did too, especially David Bowie, and my mother and father. Yeah, things like that. You know, the only reason I'm doing this is to get my face on more screens, to get my name in more papers and more print, and to expand my fame.
But you are aware it's going to be problems for you, isn't it, later?
And also to increase my financial power. But on the other hand,
that's not the most important.
On the other hand, I'm determined to enjoy this, and I can enjoy it only if I sincerely tell you that.
You do provide something and give something. A lot of the people who were influenced by the Sex Pistols were influenced before by you, right? I mean, there's that influence thing that you've had on English music.
Yeah, but a lot of what I do is just the most inane, ridiculous. I'm one of the most inane, ridiculous dorks. I'm Alfred E. Newman. I'm a nerd.
A nerd.
Yes. Do you know what a nerd is? Is there a twit?
Yeah.
It's not like a twit though. The Mad Magazine.
Yeah, the face.
Him,
I remember.
You know. And
why do you think people want to come and see that nerd?
Because I work hard and do a real good I make a really nice piece of art. Sometimes, and sometimes my piece of art isn't so good. And I guess the reason I'm able to do that is because once I started, I never gave up.
This music. Oh, the passenger, how it rides. Oh, the passenger, he rides and he rides. He sees things from under glass. He looks through his window inside. He sees the things he knows are his. He sees the bright and hollow sky, and his
is yours and mine. And this land is yours and mine. And this land is yours and mine. Toss and ride and ride. Singing. I'm a passenger. I ride and I ride. I talked to a girl named Camille the other day. She was a girl from Britain living in Denmark. And I said, Camille, look at that beautiful Rolls Royce. And she said, Jimmy, I hate cars. And I said, why? And she said, because I ain't got no money. And if I can't afford it, I hate it. And I see pinheads with Cadillacs. And I see my girl, she's not coming back. And I see my life drifting by. And I know I'm gonna die. And I know I'm gonna die. So before I die, I'm gonna let you remember. I cried of a life. When I see all the shit that's going down, this is what I say.
When I was a boy, my mama said to me, there's only one girl in the world for you. And she probably lives in Tahiti. Maybe she's in the Bahamas, where the Caribbean sea is blue. Sleeping in a tropical moonlit night, because nobody's thought about you. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world just to find her. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world, find out where they hide her. I should be lying on a tropical beach somewhere, underneath the tropical sun. She's running away in a hateful affair, hoping that I will belong. I should lie on a sunset beach with her, caressing her warm brown skin. And then in a year or maybe not, I will be sharing the same next of kin. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world just to find her. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world, find out where they hide her. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world just to find her. I go the whole wide world, I go the whole wide world, find out where they hide her.
Mr. Jury, with a requiem for Roland Kirk.
Is written by Charlie Mingus. This mule ain't from Moscow. This mule ain't even from the south. This mule has had some learning, mostly mouth to mouth. This mule could be called clever and lazy, but in a certain kind of way, this mule could be waiting, learning, hoping and planning for a sacred kind of day. A day when the burning of sticks and crosses is not mere child's play, but a madman in his most incandescent bloom, whose loveless soul is imperfection in its most lustrous groom. So stand fast, young old mule, soothe in contemplation thy burning hole and aching fire. Thy stubbornness is of the living, and cruel anxiety has begun to die.
People see your album in my house and say, oh, he looks nasty. Do you worry about people misunderstanding you?
No, I don't. I mean, nasty. It's visuals, nasty. Yeah, visually kind of more like interested than nasty. I would have thought. I'm not nasty.
You're not nasty at all. Can you do this lovely prayer for us now? It's a busman's prayer, isn't it?
Bus driver's prayer.
Bus driver's prayer. Go on.
Our Father, that way, who art in Hendon, Harrow Road be thy name. Thy Kingston come, thy Wimbledon, in earth as it is in Hendon. Give us this day our Berkhamsted, and forgive us our Westminsters, as we forgive those who Westminster against us. For thine is the Kingston, the Purley and the Crawley, for Ivor and Ivor, Crouch End.
The next one is called Don't Dictate, and that's my posh voice. Don't Dictate.
as onto barbed wire, as in back inspired.
No, we're not offensive. We're not offensive people. The music is offensive to a lot of people. You know, and coming from the north, you've got this inoffensive, cap-touching attitude, which we're trying to break out of. A lot of people appreciate the stance, you know. They appreciate the communication.
What would you most like to happen now?
Get paid.
Go home.
This song's for fat councillors. A song called Bricks and Mortar. Right in the try to hide our past. I put it down houses and go to contacts. Riddles and riddles like a two-way glass. This is purpose, never scheduled.
How long have you been looking like this?
Since I was about 7, really. I used to wear those party dresses that you always get caught at when you're playing hide and seek. You know, frills and things, and I always used to get caught. And I used to have shoes that cut the circulation off in my feet. I remember that very vividly.
Why'd you do it? Why do you dress outrageously? Why do you spend 8 hours getting your hair spiked like that?
Why does Picasso paint pictures?
We'd like to dedicate this song to the Manchester Police Force. The British police are the best in the world. I don't believe one of these stories I've heard about them raiding our pubs for no reason at all, lining the customers up at the wall, picking out people, knocking them down, resisting arrest as they're kicked on the ground, searching their houses, calling them queer. I don't believe that sort of thing happens here. Not likely. Sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Pictures of naked young women are fun in Tidbits and Playboy, page 3 of the Sun. There's no nudes in Gay News or One magazine, but they still find excuses to call us obscene. Read how disgusting we are in the press. The Telegraph, People and Sunday Express. Molesters of children, corrupters of youth. Is there in the paper? It must be the truth. So try and sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Don't try to kid us that if you're discreet, you're perfectly safe as you walk down the street. You don't have to mince or make picture remarks to get beaten unconscious, left in the dark. I had a mate who was gentle and short. It was only one evening and went for a walk. Queer bashers caught him, kicked in his teeth. Was only hospitalized for a week. So try and sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Sit back and watch as they close down our clubs, arrest us for meeting and raid all our pubs. Make sure your boyfriend's at least 21, so only your friends and your brothers get done. Lie to your workmate, lie to your folks. Put down the Queen's tell anti-queer jokes. Gay lives ridiculous, join their laughter. The buggers are legal now. What more are they after? Sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy this way.
What's it like being managed by Malcolm?
Well, Malcolm, he's a really cool guy. He learned everything he knew from us, from the New York Dolls, and just commercialized it. He's a genius.
What did you learn from him?
What I learned from him?
What did you learn from him? A hard question, come on.
I learned what it was like to be a nice gay individual.
Nice girl's not one with a defect. She looks so good that he gets down and begs. She is watching the detectives. Ooh, he's so cute. Watching the detectives. When they shoot, they beat him up until the teardrops start. Then he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no hide. Long shot of that jumping sign. Visible shivers running down my spine. Got through baby taking off her clothes. Close up at a sign that says we never close. You snatch your chew and you match your cigarette. She pulls the eyes out with his face like a magnet. I don't know how much more of this I can take. She's filing her nails while they're dragging the lake. She is watching the detectives. Ooh, he's so cute. Watching the detectives. When they shoot, they beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got the hide. You think you're alone until you realize you're in it. Fear is here to stay, love is here by a visit. They got it instant justice when it's past the legal limit. Someone scratching at the window, I wonder who is it. The detectives come to check if you belong to the parents. You are ready to hear the worst about their daughter's disappearance. So it really took a miracle to get you to stay. It only took my little fingers to blow you away. Watching the detectives. Don't get cute. Watching the detectives. I get so angry when the teardrops start. But you can't be wounded 'cause you got no hide. Just like watching the detectives. Watching the detectives. Watching the detectives.
What you gonna do now? You're standing there with the head. You gotta make some noise. Just like my little girl, but even running the bird. When you do it, it ain't no disgrace. I can see it written all across your face. You shuffle in and out of space. And the neon shuffle in the dance of the human race. I said the neon shuffle's gonna pull him out of his place. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yo! Get your hands together. He's a storm of let you run.
across your face. Be a shovel in the outer space. I said the neon shovel is a dance on Monday. I said the neon shovel's gonna put the leaf out of your plate. Neon shovel, neon shovel, neon shovel. Neon sure, gonna do it to me. Neon sure, gonna do it to you. Neon sure, gonna do it to red. Neon sure, gonna do it for blue. Neon sure, gonna run the right through. Neon sure, well it's stick a bamboo. Stick a bamboo, gonna run the right through. Gonna run the right through. Well stick a bamboo. Stick a bamboo, gonna run the right through. Well stick a bamboo. Stick a bamboo, gonna run the right through. Well stick a bamboo.
Whenever I'm saying to people how I think you're wonderful, and people complain and say things like you're simplistic or naive, and I often recourse to saying, well, what about William Blake?
You know what?
What?
I was just listening to that thing. I just started to cry. I've been crying for the last 5 minutes, like listening to that thing at the beginning about William Blake. Like it's so funny that you would mention that right now, because if that makes me simplistic, like and stuff like that, then I'm one, because that little thing, Little Lamb, who made me, that just wiped me up.
When you're hanging by a thread, clutching at a straw, ain't got nothing left. And the world keeps shouting more. You haven't got an earthly. 'Cause you're all bust up inside. Nobody you can turn to this time. No place you can hide makes you wanna lay face down on the grass so brown, where the sun beats down on the baking ground. To find sweet release in endless sleep,
Well, at first the English New Wave bands seemed to be copying the New York ones, and now the New York ones seem to be copying the English ones.
Touch of the motorcade. No one finds time to turn a blind eye. You can't be too careful nowadays. My friend says
say somewhere that punk broke down music, but you mutate it.
Yeah, we're the fluid in the punk enema bag.
There is nothing else needs to be said. Thank you very, very much.
And they're just going to tune up so it sounds like the record. Who wants it to sound like the record? Me neither. What does it mean to me? What does it mean to you? Fuck off! I ran back as I met. I just said I was done. What's my That's alright. Just as well, I'm carried back. I'm from carried back. What's it? Don't drop it. Sing it up! Crystal clear! What am I about? Five gun player! One guitar! Go play, go play! What are our back? Back in the garage, back in the garage, back in the garage.
And you don't wear the normal sort of punk gear, the normal leather and plastic and the hinged together jeans. Why not?
Well, because I mean, I just don't think that's
what it's about. I mean, I think that's just sort of imitating other people, and I think it should be a form of self-expression, really, and, you know, everybody should just wear what they want to wear and not feel sort of that they have to go to certain shops and buy certain things, you know, like seditionaries and that.
Who's on Granada TV then? Angels with dirty face, angels with no one raises kids like me. Angels, I've never sad, but sometimes lonely, doing things someone's told me. We're the people you don't wanna know. We come from places you don't wanna go. Angels, dirty face, angels from nowhere places, kids like me. Angel, I'm a rebel, stuck with a label, trying to beat somebody in line. We're the people you don't wanna know. We come from places you don't wanna go. Angels, angels, from nowhere places, kids like me. Angels, running and fighting down the street, ain't got no money, but I don't try. We're the people you don't wanna know. We come from places you don't wanna go. Angels, dirty face, angels, nowhere places, kids like me. Angels. Angels, dirty face, angels, nowhere places, kids like me. Angels, angels, dirty faces, angels, nowhere places, kids like me. Angels.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's about it. I have nothing theoretical to say except thank you, Malcolm. I have nothing bitter to say except thank you for all the wonderful reviews. And I have nothing meaningful to say except what an absolute delight it was to work with all those people. In fact, such a delight, I'm still working with one bunch. Good night. They're called Joy Division. This number is Shadow Play.
To the center of the city where our roads meet, waiting for you. To the depths of the ocean where our hope sank, searching for you. Moving through the silence without motion, waiting for you. In a room with no window in the corner, I found truth. your own death, knowing no more. See assassins all grouped in 4 lines dancing on the floor. And with cold steel loaded around their bodies made a move to connect. I could only stare in disbelief as the crowds all left.
I did everything I wanted to. I let them use you for their own ends. To the center of the city in the night, waiting for you. To the center of the city in the night, waiting for you.